Hello, and thanks for your interest in Blue Moon's Customer Invoice Portal for Dynamics GP. With Customer Invoice Portal, you can electronically deliver an invoice to your customer along with a link so they can view and pay the invoice online. All of these transactions are fully integrated with your Dynamics GP system. Let's start by taking a look at a customer. Within the Customer Maintenance window, we'll select a customer. And you'll notice there's an additional item here, and we'll go into the Customer Invoice Portal Customer Setup. For each customer, you can enable the Customer Invoice Portal. So if you do have customers that you do not want to be part of this, or they've indicated they do not want to be part of electronic delivery, you can disable them on a per customer basis. Also, you can choose where the email address is coming from. Is it coming from the address ID, or would you like to put in a default email address for the delivery of the invoice? Once the customer is set up, you'll just process your invoices as you normally would. For the purposes of this demo, we're going to be pulling a transaction out that's specifically an invoice. Although if you initiate your transactions as orders and transfer them to invoices, all of that is fully supported. Also, for today's demo, I have turned off all of the automation so that I can show you each step in the process. In the setup of the Customer Invoice Portal, you do have the ability to automate the delivery of the invoices to the customer, as well as the delivery back to you of the customer's payments online. In addition, you can choose in the setup whether you want to send unposted invoices or posted invoices. The difference being that when the payments are applied by the customer out on the website, they will either come right back into the invoice in the amount received section that you'll see in a moment, or if it's a posted invoice, it will create a cash receipts batch for you already applied against the invoices indicated from the website. So if we enter in an invoice here, we'll use our customer and we'll put this into a batch called Today's Invoices. We'll add an item and then we'll save the invoice. You could have as many invoices as you want in that batch. And if we come out and take a look at the batch entry window, we'll see there's an additional item here. At this point, by using the Customer Invoice Portal Batch Export, we can choose Export, and that will send all of the transactions in that batch out to their customers and up to the website that we'll be using for the purposes of our demo. Today we're integrating with Invoice Ninja. So now that we've sent that information out, we will also receive an email based on this information. So I'm just going to show you the invoice that the customer would receive. The customer would receive an invoice that looked something like this. The invoice can be designed by you and your customer based on the invoice design they have in Dynamics GP or something else that they would like to have for these purposes. Now there's also a website that's associated with this through Invoice Ninja. So at this point, you as the merchant would be able to see a dashboard for all of your customers, all of the invoices that have been sent out, any recent payments that have been made, and all of the activity that's been happening for this electronic invoice delivery. From the customer's perspective, they'll be able to see their invoices, they'll have their own dashboard, and they'll be able to log into that and of course only see their invoices. And they would be able to just click here and see all of the open invoices that they have. At this point, if they would like to pay the invoice, they would simply choose the invoice itself and then they can say pay now. Now, if you have customers that want the delivery aspect, but they don't want the payment aspect, they could just get an electronic delivery of the invoice and they could just download it themselves. Then they could pay it through their normal method of payment with you. Besides the customer paying it their normal way of paying or paying now on the website, you could also log into your dashboard and take the payment from the customer and process it right from the website as well. So if they choose Pay Now, they'll receive a secure payment window. They'll be able to enter in their credit card number, and then they'll be able to pay this invoice online. And then once this payment has been processed, it will show as paid along with the other invoices. So they will have a record of the invoice shown paid to date and then their balance due. They will also receive an email confirming their payment, and you will also receive notification that a payment has been made by this customer, and you'll be able to view that paid invoice as well. Now, back on the Dynamics GP side, if we go back into the system, you could either, as I mentioned, automate that import, or if you want to control that import, you could come in here and then on a daily, maybe multiple times per day basis, choose import, and that will import those payments in from the Invoice Ninja website. Once those payments are imported, you could go back into the transaction if you had chosen unposted, and you could take a look at the particular invoice and also see the payment received, be able to drill down on that payment and see all of that payment information here. None of the credit card information is transferred over into Dynamics GP. It is all done through the Invoice Ninja website. So you're just showing the payment and everything is secure here. If the customer wanted another copy of an invoice from you, or you just wanted to track that amount against this invoice, you would have all of that within this window. If you had selected to send the invoices out upon posting, then those posted invoices would have gone, and instead of updating the sales transaction entry window, a cash receipts batch would have been created upon import that would have had all of the payments there and all of the invoices already applied against those payments. So your customer has a full service website to go to view all of their outstanding invoices, download or pay them right online from the Invoice Ninja website, and then as well you have a dashboard to view all of your outstanding payments and also to send reminders and also updates for partial payments. For more information about our customer invoice portal or any of our Blue Moon products, please visit our website at www.bluemoonISV.com. And thanks again for your interest in our products.